Manish Sisodia summoned by the CBI for questioning today in the Delhi liquor scam case. This morning, Manish Sisodia requested for more time from the CBI. He requested a week's time before he goes in for that questioning. Remember, Aam Aadmi Party has also questioned the fact that he's been summoned on a Sunday for that questioning. So we're trying to find out what the CBI response to that request for deferment is. Now, Manish Sisodia, the Delhi's Deputy Chief Minister, earlier this morning and in an interview to NDTV said that he needs a week's time as he's also the finance minister of Delhi and he's preparing the budget, and that is why he needs more time, because if that it's at the cost of the people of Delhi, the Delhi budget, which is very important, that will suffer if he goes in for questioning today. The fear in the Aam Aadmi Party is that he will be held by the CBI when he goes in for questioning. And yesterday, Manish Sisodia did say that the BJP is using these agencies against him. The full force of the agencies, that's the Enforcement Directorate and the CBI, are being used against him. Remember, his summons on Saturday came after a big setback to Delhi's Lieutenant Governor on Friday when the Supreme Court ruled that the mayoral elections will take place and the nominated members will not be allowed to vote, which is a big victory for AAP. And then the next day, on Saturday, Manish Sisodia was summoned for questioning. He has claimed it was a political witch hunt. He's pointed to the timing of the CBI notice, saying that it has come just a day. In this interview to NDTV, he also said it's come just a day after the BJP, though it was the Lieutenant Governor who lost the case, but Manish Sisodia saying it is the BJP also because remember, the Lieutenant Governor works under the central government. He says so the summons by the CBI came a day after the case was lost regarding the mayor election in the Supreme Court, and that he was then summoned for questioning, claiming that these notices have been sent at the behest of the BJP. He also said the agency can arrest him later. They can arrest him in a week's time. He said, he's asked for time till next Monday to go in for questioning. He said the BJP may have its own politics, but I have full hope the CBI officers will listen to my request. He says, I will answer all questions. I'm not running away, but that he needs to look into the Delhi budget before that. So we're waiting to find out what the CBI response to that request for deferment will be. He was meant to go to the CBI offices today at around 11 o'clock for the questioning, though we're still waiting to find out what the CBI's response is. Let's go across. Remember, this is in the Delhi liquor policy case that this entire, investigation is underway by the CBI. There's a corruption allegations against Manish Sisodia. Let's go across to Ankit for more. And Ankit, what is the latest you can share with us?
We'll have to wait for an official confirmation by the CBI. But what we are learning from sources is that Mr. Sisodia could be given a reprieve for today, though they have not yet decided, the CBI has not yet decided when to call him. So it looks highly unlikely that there is going to be any questioning of Mr. Sisodia today. But we'll have to wait for an official confirmation and a new date as far as CBI is concerned. They might not give him 1 week. He might be called in a day or two, but at least for today, there seems that he could get some reprieve as far as the questioning is concerned. But we are waiting for the CBI to come out or to release an official statement as far as this is concerned. So if this happens, Gargi, if he's not called in today, then two things are likely to happen. A, Aam Aadmi Party and Mr. Sisodia will have option tomorrow to move an anticipatory bail in the morning. And apart from that, the CBI will then, of course, have to decide a new date for his questioning. Whether that is 1 week, 2 days, 1 day, 24 hours more, that we'll have to wait and see. But what we are learning is that at least for today, Manish Sisodia could get some reprieve as far as the questioning is concerned, though no official word has come from the CBI. Now, as far as the Aam Aadmi Party is concerned, they are already, as I told you earlier, their team, the lawyers, in fact, are in deliberation with the senior party leaders, because everything that happens from here on will have political, cost and optics attached to it. While the BJP already is on the offensive as far as Manish Sisodia is concerned, he came out and, like he spoke to our colleague Sharad, said that, I am ready for arrest, just let me make the budget for the people of Delhi. Now, if he takes anticipatory bail, there will be two ways to look at it. The BJP would say there is something amiss. Maybe Mr. Sisodia is suspicious, or he thinks that he's in some trouble. That is why he's going for the bail. On the other hand, the Aam Aadmi Party will, of course, and it is Mr. Sisodia's legal right to try and secure himself an anticipatory bail in this case. They would say that it is just a legal process, it is political vendetta, and we are only trying to ensure that Mr. Sisodia and the government of Delhi can function without any more hindrance, which is already a point of clash or trouble between the Aam Aadmi Party and, of course, the Lieutenant Governor's residence.
In fact,
at this moment, a lot of...
Ankit, if I can just come in here, our colleague Arvind has just informed, that the CBI is indeed, as you were saying, you're waiting for that, to come out, the actual news, and it has come out that the CBI is going to be issuing fresh summons to Manish Sisodia, and a new date will be given for his appearance. So a big relief there to Delhi's Deputy Chief Minister, Manish Sisodia. He was summoned just yesterday on Saturday for questioning by the CBI. This is pertaining to the liquor scam that is being investigated by the CBI. This after the Delhi's LG had given the go-ahead, and remember, Aam Aadmi Party is claiming that it is at the behest of the BJP that this investigation is taking place, that the LG gave the go-ahead for this investigation. Let's go across to Arvind. Arvind, so what is the latest? So Manish Sisodia not appearing today, a fresh date will be given now?
Yeah, CBI has accepted the request of Manish Sisodia. So what we are being told is that the agency has decided to issue fresh summons to Manish Sisodia for a different date. So we are not sure whether the date will be sometime this week or next week, because Manish Sisodia wants at least 1 week time to appear before the agency, though our sources say that the agency has accepted his request, but we have not been given what will be the new date for Manish Sisodia. But what we are being told is that by today evening, fresh summons will be issued to Manish Sisodia with a new date. So we can expect the agency to summon him sometime this week or sometime next week also, but a new summons will be issued to Manish Sisodia to join investigation in connection with this particular case. We are not sure whether that will be this after 1 week or within this week itself. Is something that we have to wait and watch for when the agency officially issues fresh summons to Manish Sisodia.
Arvind, if I can quickly just get more clarification on this, because there will be repercussions of this. I mean, let's say there is relief for today, but he can be even summoned tomorrow. So, legally speaking, now if Manish Sisodia wants to go for anticipatory bail, what will be the process and which court would he have to apply to?
Ankit, if Manish Sisodia is fearing arrest by CBI, imminent arrest by CBI in this particular case, then he has to move the competent court, that is CBI court in Rouse Avenue Court Complex. So Judge Nagpal is the court which is hearing a court of Judge Nagpal is hearing this matter. So he has to apply anticipatory bail before the same court only. So he has to move the CBI court with an anticipatory bail plea. So we have to wait and watch whether he will be moving for an anticipatory bail plea. Even if he moves for an anticipatory bail plea, in that case, CBI will also defend his position, wherein CBI will say that they issued summons to Manish Sisodia, but he did not comply with the summons. He didn't appear today, and that they will make it as a ground saying that he is not cooperating with the investigation. So CBI is also building a case. Manish Sisodia is also building his own legal defense in this particular case. Now, in all likelihood, this matter will reach court. That's what it looks like. They want to take it to court. Even Manish Sisodia camp wants to take it to court. So as CBI, because CBI is also building a case that Manish Sisodia is not cooperating with the investigation. But keeping that aside, Ankit, what we are learning is that the top brass of CBI has decided to issue fresh summons to Manish Sisodia. That is likely to be issued sometime later today with a new date, and that particular date is something that will be very important. Whether they would issue fresh summons for Monday or for Tuesday, or whether they go by the request of Manish Sisodia and then issue fresh summons post February 27th is something that the agency top brass will take a call. But we have got information from our sources that the agency has accepted the request of Manish Sisodia. They have given him deferment. They have deferred the questioning from today. They will not summon him today. They will not reach his residence today. But fresh summons will be issued. The date is something that we have to wait and watch for. But also, on the other hand, like you mentioned, if at all if Manish Sisodia wants to go for pre-arrest bail, kind of a protection from arrest, then he has to move the CBI court in Rouse Avenue Court Complex.
All right, so that is the big breaking news right now. And Ankit, a big relief for Manish Sisodia with, his request having been accepted. Though let's also now talk about, all the developments in the run-up to this. This is an ongoing case. 3 months ago, the CBI filed a charge sheet in the Delhi liquor scam case. And Manish Sisodia was not named as an accused. Since then, they've also been focusing on this South group. They've arrested a former CA of KCR's daughter Kavita. And, the focus has been there as well. Opposition has alleged that this is, just a targeting of AAP, of the BRS, etc. And in the big development on Friday was the setback to the LG in the mayor election case, in which the Supreme Court ruled that, nominated members will not be allowed to cast their vote, which is what the AAP had been saying. And Manish Sisodia, in fact, spoke of that in his interview to Sharad, our colleague Sharad, where he said that, they had just lost on that front on the mayor election case. And then the next day on Saturday, these summons were issued for Manish Sisodia.
That's right. In fact, the timing would be something that the Aam Aadmi Party would want to highlight and play on. They believe that this is because the LG and the Bharatiya Janata Party faced embarrassment at the hands of the Supreme Court, and the plea of the Aam Aadmi Party was accepted. It was a shot in arm for the Aam Aadmi Party, which wanted very quickly to get their mayor and, as they've been saying, start the work with a better MCD in Delhi. They believe that this was some way a political fallout of that, trying to, in fact, that's embarrassment being covered up by creating more trouble as far as Sisodia is concerned. And this is precisely, Gargi, what he said, that, I know that I'll be arrested. Let me make the budget for Delhi. In the last few months, and specifically since the time this entire story broke, and in October when he was called in for questioning, do you remember those visuals of him in a yellow Bhagat Singh style headgear, and with a lot of Aam Aadmi Party supporters? There has been massive, increase in Aam Aadmi Party PR as far as Manish Sisodia is concerned, where his visits to school and how he's day and night working for schools and hospitals in Delhi, all those is being highlighted. So the whole attempt was to bring and to make sure that the image of Manish Sisodia as a clean man working for the betterment of the poor people is projected. So whenever in anticipation he's arrested, at least they can project that he is somebody who was working for the people, and that's it is only a political witch hunt, an attempt to cripple the government as far as Delhi is concerned. Already the government of Delhi and the Lieutenant Governor are at loggerheads. Every single decision being taken by the government of Delhi is being questioned by the Lieutenant Governor. There are multiple files being opened and questions being asked. In fact, remember, the Aam Aadmi Party also got those summons. The party got those summons for the recovery of, if I'm not mistaken, 1.97 crore rupees as ad money, which, according to the Lieutenant Governor, who has in fact asked them this question, which was spent from the exchequer's money in garb of Delhi government, advertisement, but they were political in nature to propel the Aam Aadmi Party. That issue is going on. The issue of the yoga classes, which are then Arvind Kejriwal picked up in a massive way. But then also, of course, the sending teachers abroad for training. So there are all these problems that the Aam Aadmi Party is facing. And there is the complete breakdown as far as the relationship between the Lieutenant Governor and the Chief Minister and the governance of Delhi is concerned. With Manish Sisodia, if he was arrested, that would have added to this entire problem. The Aam Aadmi Party sources believe that it would have made it very, very difficult for them to function, which the BJP could have gone and, told the people that the Aam Aadmi Party is not working for the people. So there is a lot of politics and political back and forth which is going on in this case as well. But yes, there are two separate cases, one by the ED, one by the CBI, which are being investigated as far as the alleged liquor scam is concerned, in which not only Mr Sisodia, but there are other political parties which are also being named. In fact, for the first time in the charge sheet that was filed, there was some mention of Mr. Arvind Kejriwal as well. So at this moment, there is heat of the investigating agencies on the Aam Aadmi Party, and their best defense, apart from legal, is of course to try and deflect it politically and paint themselves as victims of a political witch hunt.
Right, Ankit. Well, let's go across to Tanushree now, who joins us from outside Manish Sisodia's residence. Tanushree, a big relief for Manish Sisodia. His request accepted, and the CBI is going to be issuing, a fresh summons to him. We don't know when he'll be summoned now, but at least not today. He will not have to go for questioning by the CBI today.
Absolutely, and that's a big relief, as you rightly said, for Manish Sisodia. At least for a day, he doesn't have to face the heat of the federal agency, and all the action outside Manish Sisodia's residence here at Mathura Road is over. The police deployment has been removed. They have left because Manish Sisodia security guards informed them that he will not be stepping out for the summon, which was supposed to take place today. Now, definitely in the morning at about 8 a.m., his counsel wrote to the CBI saying that he needs this time because this is a very crucial, important time for him being the finance minister of the Delhi government, because he has to finalize the budget. That budget has to reach the central government by the end of this month, and that's why he needed this crucial time. Surprisingly, the CBI has also entertained this request from Manish Sisodia. They are yet to give issue a fresh summon for Manish Sisodia. This will be the second time when he will be called in by the CBI for questioning. In October also he was called in for questioning, and the line of questioning is going to be very specific because he heads the excise department, and that is the department which finalizes the rules, which formulates the liquor policy, and which also implements them. So now if the ED, and as Ankit was saying, that there are two simultaneous cases going on, the Enforcement Directorate and by the CBI. Now, if if their point of investigation is to that what all favors were made to the businessmen, what all waivers were given to the businessmen, to politicians, to the South lobby, the CBI has been talking about, and also to middlemen, then Manish Sisodia becomes a very important person because he's the key person to formulate and implement the liquor policy of 2021, which right now remains withdrawn by the Delhi government. LG was the first person to initiate a probe against this, saying that there were a lot of irregularities, and the ED and CBI also conceded to the fact that there were irregularities, and a probe needs to be a thorough probe, and that's what the CBI has been saying. As Ankit was mentioning, that Arvind Kejriwal as well as Manish Sisodia and the entire universe of Aam Aadmi Party have been saying that this is a political witch hunt, a political vendetta, and the BJP is using all these agencies, investigation agencies, to go after the Aam Aadmi Party because they are trying to improve the situation of the national capital. But the CBI and the ED have been very firm in their stand that this is a thorough probe, this is an important case for them which needs investigation, and that's why they called Manish Sisodia for the second time. As of now, both Manish Sisodia and Arvind Kejriwal have not been named in the charge sheet as accused, but there was some mention of Arvind Kejriwal in the charge sheet where there was a alleged conversation, a FaceTime conversation, which was arranged by an ex-functionary Vijay Nair between Arvind Kejriwal and a liquor trader who is named as an accused in the liquor case in the charge sheet as well. So let's see where the case goes. But for now, it's a huge relief for Manish Sisodia, whose request has been granted by the CBI, and he doesn't have to appear before the CBI for the questioning, at least for today. Back to you.
All right, thanks so much for that, Tanushree. We're also joined on the phone line by Alok Vats. And Alok Vats, your response to all these developments, and Manish Sisodia in an interview to NDTV has said that, he's questioned the timing of his CBI summons. He says it came just after an embarrassment for the LG and for the BJP in the Delhi mayoral elections case in the Supreme Court.
Well, it has nothing to do with that. This case is a long-going case. It's not that it has erupted only yesterday. It has been going on for months. And now the investigation in the case is on the money trail and larger conspiracy in formulation of Delhi Excise Policy 2020 and 21. So this is in a progressive manner the case is going, and this South lobby, which has been found involved in this, a lot of businessmen who are from Delhi, Mumbai, and Hyderabad. They are all in conversations of this, and there is one CA, I think Buchi, some is name, and then the MLC Kavita was also questioned. So all the CBI is trying to formulate what is the actual lobby that went on to create this money that has allegedly been paid to Aam Aadmi Party, to Vijay,
Mr. Vats,
and there were two
Mr.
other
Vats, while
key-
you are right, sir, while you are right that there is an investigation part which is going on as far as this case is concerned, but do you agree with the charge that the Aam Aadmi Party is making that Supreme Court, the Lieutenant Governor, and of course by extension the Bharatiya Janata Party, because the MCD was also a party in this case, in the mayor case, they suffered an embarrassment. And the timing, that is why on Friday you suffered the embarrassment, on Saturday CBI goes and in fact makes sure that Manish Sisodia is called for questioning. That's the line of argument for the Aam Aadmi Party, that this is an embarrassment being returned by political vendetta.
No, I don't think. There are two parallel lines. The case has been going on since long, and whatever the Supreme Court says, everybody has to honor it. So where is the question of the embarrassment? Something was trying to be implemented. They say, no, you cannot do it. It will not be done.
Right,
Maybe
but Mr. Vats, you yourself talked about how this is an ongoing investigation. The liquor policy is being investigated by the CBI. So why was this sudden, summons to Manish Sisodia? He is the Delhi Deputy Chief Minister, on a Saturday to appear on Sunday. So that is something the AAP has questioned, that, this sudden summons, that to appear just the next day and that too on a Sunday. So, and AAP has claimed that the, full strength of the agencies is being used against him.
Tell me one thing. Is it prohibited to call on somebody on Sunday for questioning? Is it prohibited in any
but
law?
At the same time, why the, a request on Saturday to come on Sunday for questioning, that too on an ongoing case? It's been months. The charge sheet has been filed. So what was this, sudden hurry, and why not, and now he has requested more time and the CBI is going to give him more time.
So there's nothing hurry. As you said, there was something in hurry. There's nothing in hurry. He asked for time. He has been given time. They thought it fit to call him on Sunday. He had some arguments that he cannot come, so they agreed to it. So there's nothing in hurry. But the case is on the money trail. The recovery of the money trail, which is allegedly there, that some money, about 100 crores or more or so, took place. And Vijay Nair and Abhishek, they were also largely involved in, negotiations, prime negotiations with the South lobby. And they wanted some changes in the excise policy. So all this was being done in conspiracy with these people, in which this Babu, CA, and allegedly Kavita, the MLC, was also involved. Let's see what the outcome comes. They also questioned Kavita. And this main guy, the kingpin, supposed to be this Babu CA. He also interacted with one YSR MP. And all these investigation is on. So let's see what's the outcome. The CBI is not going to leave it like this. They have pulled many threads, and they have a lot of things. Yes.
Okay, Mr. Vats, can I request you to stay on with us? We are also being joined by senior advocate Mr. Sanjay Hegre, who is joining us at this moment. Sir, thank you for speaking to us. I just want to understand from you all these inferences which are being made, sir, of the summons being issued to Manish Sisodia on Saturday, being asked him to come on Sunday. Is this normal, and does that in any way allude to some conspiracy, or are people reading too much into it?
Well, you can't use the words conspiracy. You can say a pattern. And it's not unique to the CBI. Any investigating agency which wants to ensure that the accused is in custody for a few days generally tends to send summons or pick them up over the weekend so that they can't access the courts which are shut on the weekend. So the fact that he was being called to join in the investigation on a Sunday led people to draw inference that maybe this falls within the normal pattern of investigating agencies, whether the CBI or any ordinary state police also, that you call the man in on a weekend, then arrest him. so that bail is not immediately possible.
So Mr. Hegde, Gargi here, so Aam Aadmi Party was questioning the fact that he's being summoned on a Sunday, that he was, just those summons were issued only on a Saturday and then to appear on Sunday. But as we were discussing this morning, when Manish Sisodia came out and said he wanted more time, that's not unusual. He is the Delhi Deputy Chief Minister. This is a case that has been ongoing. The investigations have been ongoing for months now, and he's cooperated. He's been questioned before. Therefore, there was no reason why the CBI should not give somebody like him more time, is what many of the experts were saying, that why can't he be given that more time, which he has now been granted.
Well, it's entire. Please take the CBI out of the equation. Any investigating agency, it is between the investigating officer and the potential accused. If the investigating officer feels that the potential accused might be a flight risk, or for any particular reason that he needs to keep him in custody, then they take them into custody. And as I told you, often the pattern is take them into custody over the weekend or just before the beginning of the weekend, so that they don't access the courts till the next day. Here, the investigating officer seems to have taken the view that, okay, there is a request being made for more time to appear before him, and at least in the first instance, he should give it.
All right. Thank you so much for speaking to us. And so, Ankit, right now the news is that Manish Sisodia has been granted that request for more time, and the fresh orders, fresh summons are going to be given out by the CBI soon. We don't know whether he'll indeed get that full week that he's asked for. He wanted a week's time. He says he has to work on Delhi's budget. But let's just listen into what Manish Sisodia said earlier. This is before he was granted that request for more time. What he said earlier to our colleague Sharad.
सीबीआई का ये कहना है कि आपने कल कंफर्म किया कि आज आप जाएंगे और 10:30 बजे पहुंच जाएंगे, आज आप नहीं जा रहे हैं।
नहीं, मुझे कल सैटरडे सुबह दोपहर को सीबीआई का नोटिस मिला था कि आप संडे को आ जाओ, और मैंने अभी सारा अपना देखा कि अगले पूरे हफ्ते दिन रात एक करके अभी बजट का काम चल रहा है, और फरवरी का लास्ट वीक है अब हमारे पास में बजट को फाइनल करके सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट को भेजना है। उसके बाद में फिर जब वहाँ से सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट से मंजूर होकर आएगा तो विधानसभा में भेजना है। तो ऐसे में एक एक दिन इम्पॉर्टेंट है कि दिल्ली के बजट का काम डिले ना हो। तो इसलिए मैंने उनसे रिक्वेस्ट किया है। मैं सवालों से नहीं भागता, मैं जवाब से नहीं देता भाग रहा हूँ। मैं सिर्फ ये कह रहा हूँ कि अभी बजट का काम डिरेल हो जाएगा, बजट का काम हो जाए, मेरा बजट का तैयार हो जाएगा। अब मैं वित्त मंत्री के रूप में इतने लंबे समय से काम कर रहा हूँ, बजट फाइनल हुआ है, तो उस बजट को फाइनल स्टेज पे जब पहुँच गया है, उस वक्त अचानक आप मुझे यहाँ से हटा रहे हैं, मुझे बुला रहे हैं। तो ऐसे में एक एक दिन मेरा इंपॉर्टेंट है, क्रूशियल है दिल्ली के लोगों के लिए बजट बनाने में। तो मेरा उनसे इतना ही रिक्वेस्ट है कि अभी आप बस बजट बनाने दीजिए। हम सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट को अप्रूवल के लिए बजट भेज देंगे फरवरी के एंड में, वो हमें भेजना है। उसके बाद में आप कभी बुला लीजिए, मैं जवाब दूंगा आपके सारे सवालों।
ये बात ठीक है आपकी, क्योंकि ये बजट बनाने का समय है और मार्च में दिल्ली का बजट आता है। लेकिन केवल अगर आज आप चले जाते तो सुबह जाके शाम को आ जाते और केवल तो आज की पूछताछ थी, तो क्या आपको ये डर था कि आज आप जाएंगे और सीबीआई गिरफ्तार कर लेगी, इसलिए आप समय मांग रहे हैं?
देखिए, सीबीआई की ये सारी कार्रवाई बीजेपी के कहने पे होती है, और बीजेपी के इशारे पे मुझे किसी न किसी तरीके से गिरफ्तार करने की ही सारी तैयारी, सारी साजिशें, सारे झूठ बीजेपी बोल रही है, इसीलिए बोल रही है। अब आप इनके देखिए कि फ्राइडे को सुप्रीम कोर्ट का ऑर्डर आता है कि एमसीडी में आम आदमी पार्टी का मेयर कैसे बनेगा। भारतीय जनता पार्टी बुरी तरह से हारती है, अपनी सारी साजिशों में हारती है। शुक्रवार शाम को बीजेपी हारती है सुप्रीम कोर्ट में, सैटरडे शाम को मेरे को नोटिस देती है कि संडे सुबह हाजिर हो जाओ। बीजेपी का ही नोटिस है ना ये। तो उसके बाद में मुझे पूरी तरह से ये था कि अब ये पूरे बदला लेने के लिए मुझे गिरफ्तार करेंगे ही करेंगे। अच्छा। अब अगर इनको मुझे गिरफ्तारी करना है, बीजेपी को अगर बदला लेने के लिए गिरफ्तार करना है तो कर लें मुझे, लेकिन दिल्ली के लोगों की कीमत पे नहीं, दिल्ली के लोगों का बजट रोक के नहीं, दिल्ली के लोगों के बजट की प्रोसेस रोक के नहीं। क्योंकि अगर दिल्ली के लोगों का बजट प्रोसेस डिरेल होता है तो अगले एक साल का पूरा कार्यक्रम गड़बड़ा जाएगा। अब लास्ट मोमेंट है बजट तैयार करने का, सारी तैयारी हो चुकी है, फाइनल स्टेज पे है। ऐसे में अगर आप वित्त मंत्री को गिरफ्तार करके जेल में डालना चाहते हो क्योंकि आपको बदला लेना है बीजेपी को, तो फिर ये तो गलत है। बीजेपी के लोगों को बदला लेना है, उसकी कीमत पे दिल्ली के लोगों को सफ़र नहीं करने दूंगा मैं। इसीलिए मैंने रिक्वेस्ट किया है सीबीआई से, और मुझे पूरी उम्मीद है कि सीबीआई के ऑफिसर सुनेंगे। बीजेपी की अपनी राजनीति हो सकती है, लेकिन प्रोसेस है सीबीआई के ऑफिसर्स की, वो सुनेंगे इस बात को।
आखिर सवाल, बीजेपी के इन सवालों का या आरोपों का किस तरह से आप जवाब दे रहे हैं? वो ये कह रहे हैं कि अगर लिकर मामले में घोटाला नहीं हुआ है तो फिर आपने पॉलिसी क्यों वापस ली? घोटाला नहीं हुआ तो ये राजस्व का नुकसान जो दिल्ली को हुआ है ये क्यों हुआ है? इसको किस तरह से आप काउंटर कर रहे हैं?
बीजेपी के सवालों के जवाब आपस में उनके नेता ही दे देते हैं। एक नेता कुछ बोलता है, दूसरा नेता कुछ बोलता है। सीबीआई के हर सवाल का जवाब मेरे पास में मैं दूंगा, मैं भाग नहीं रहा उससे। लेकिन मैं सिर्फ इतना रिक्वेस्ट कर रहा हूं कि इस समय बजट की प्रोसेस फाइनल स्टेज पे है। किसी वित्त मंत्री को जब वो बजट के लास्ट वीक में हो, आप उसको अरेस्ट करके अगर जेल में डालेंगे, आपको बीजेपी के कहने पे गिरफ्तार करना है, कर लेना। बाद में आप करोगे ही अगर बीजेपी आपसे कह रही है गिरफ्तार करने की, लेकिन बाद में कर लेना। पहले मुझे दिल्ली के लोगों का बजट बनाने दो, दिल्ली के लोगों का बजट प्रोसेस मत रुकवाओ।
तो फरवरी एंड तक आपको समय चाहिए। ठीक है, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
नमस्कार, दिस इज
Legacy is often seen as a burden of expectations. It comes with its own set of challenges. The challenge to take it forward, challenge to reimagine, challenge to be in the present, and also challenge to think about the future.
What accountability are you talking about?
As long as the core values and principles remain uncompromised. Debates are essential not just for journalism but for humanity. It ignites our mind, opens it up for counter opinion. To hear all views, opinion of all hues. Which is why the oldest running debate show on Indian news television is not 22 years old, but it is young at 22.
इस इनिशिएटिव को मैं अभिनंदन करता हूं कि सच को सच के रूप में पेश करने का उन्होंने साहस दिखाया।
So let us begin the big fight.
Gadgets 360 is here to help you with all your tech needs.
Gadget 360, Gadget Love.
Gadgets 360, Gadgets Love.
You too can get some gadget love with buying guides, expert reviews, and all the latest news on Gadgets 360.
When a glimmer of hope gave way to a new global threat, we were there. As our soldiers squared off against a hostile neighbor for yet another freezing winter, we were there. When brutality overwhelmed justice and a mockery was made of the rule of law, we were there. When the death of our first Chief of Defence Staff united our nation, we were there. Hope, justice, the truth. Left, right and centre with me, Vishnu Show, Monday to Thursday, 9 p.m. on NDTV 24/7.
Legacy is often seen as a burden of expectations. It comes with its own set of challenges. The challenge to take it forward, challenge to reimagine, challenge to be in the present, and also
Welcome back. Now, another flashpoint between the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP is the Delhi mayor elections that have been put off again and again. But now, finally, they'll be held on Wednesday. This after the LG approved the Delhi Chief Minister Kejriwal's proposal to hold the mayor elections on February 22nd after a big win for the Aam Aadmi Party in the Supreme Court, where the top court had ruled, and a big setback for the LG. One must add, the top court ruled that members of Delhi civic body appointed by the Lieutenant Governor cannot vote in the mayoral elections, and that is the reason that had caused a lot of ruckus, and the reasons why for three times the Delhi mayor elections were put off, and now finally they will take place on Wednesday after a victory for AAP at the Supreme Court and a setback for the Lieutenant Governor and by extension the BJP.
legacy is often seen as a burden of expectations. It comes with its own set of challenges. The challenge to take it forward, challenge to reimagine, challenge to be in the present, and also challenge to think about the future.
What accountability are you talking about?
As long as the core values and principles remain uncompromised. Debates are essential not just for journalism but for humanity. It ignites our mind, opens it up for counter-opinion. To hear all views, opinion of all hues. Which is why the oldest running debate show on Indian news television is not 22 years old, but it is young at 22.
इस इनिशिएटिव को मैं अभिनंदन करता हूं कि सच को सच के रूप में पेश करने का उन्होंने साहस दिखाया.
So let us begin the big fight.
Gadgets 360 is here to help you with all your tech needs.
Gadget 360, Gadget Love.
Gadgets 360, Gadgets Love.
You too can get some gadget love with buying guides, expert reviews, and all the latest news on Gadgets 360.
When a glimmer of hope gave way to a new global threat, we were there. As our soldiers squared off against a hostile neighbor for yet another freezing winter, we were there. When brutality overwhelmed justice and a mockery was made of the rule of law, we were there. When the death of our first Chief of Defence Staff united our nation, we were there. Hope, justice, the truth. Left, right and centre with me, Vishnu Shobh, Monday to Thursday, 9 p.m. on NDTV 24/7.
Legacy is often seen as a burden of expectations. It comes with its own set of challenges. The challenge to take it forward, challenge to reimagine, challenge to be in the present, and also challenge to think about the future.
What accountability are you talking about?
As long as the core values and principles remain uncompromised. Debates are essential not just for journalism but for humanity. It ignites our mind, opens it up for counter-opinion. To hear all views, opinion of all hues. Which is why the oldest running debate show on Indian news television is not 22 years old, but it is young at 22.
इस इनिशिएटिव को मैं अभिनंदन करता हूं कि सच को सच के रूप में पेश करने का उन्होंने साहस दिखाया.
So let us begin the big fight. Legacy is often seen as a burden of expectations. It comes with its own set of challenges. The challenge to take it forward, challenge to reimagine, challenge to be in the present, and also challenge to think about the future.
What accountability are you talking about?
As long as the core values and principles remain uncompromised. Debates are essential not just for journalism but for humanity. It ignites our mind, opens it up for counter-opinion. To hear all views, opinion of all hues. Which is why the oldest running debate show on Indian news television is not 22 years old, but it is young at 22.
इस इनिशिएटिव को मैं अभिनंदन करता हूं कि सच को सच के रूप में पेश करने का उन्होंने साहस दिखाया.
So let us begin the big fight.
Gadgets 360 is here to help you with all your tech needs.
Gadget 360, Gadget Love.
Gadgets 360, Gadgets Love.
You too can get some gadget love with buying guides, expert reviews, and all the latest news on Gadgets 360.
When a glimmer of hope gave way to a new global threat, we were there. As our soldiers squared off against a hostile neighbor for yet another freezing winter, we were there. When brutality overwhelmed justice and a mockery was made of the rule of law, we were there. When the death of our first Chief of Defence Staff united our nation, we were there. Hope, justice, the truth. Left, right and centre with me, Vishnu Shobh, Monday to Thursday, 9 p.m. on NDTV 24/7.
Legacy is often
Hello and welcome. You're watching NDTV. I'm Gargi Rawat. The top story we're tracking right now. The CBI today, after hours of suspense, accepted Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia's request to defer his questioning in a case linked to alleged corruption in the scrapped liquor sales policy of the national capital. Fresh summons will now be issued soon. According to officials, Mr Sisodia had earlier this morning requested the probe agency to give him till the end of February. He says, as he's also the finance minister of Delhi, he's busy preparing Delhi's budget. The Aam Aadmi Party has alleged the BJP at the centre was behind the Lieutenant Governor's decision to send the CBI after Manish Sisodia in this alleged liquor scam case. Sisodia and others face corruption allegations in bringing a new liquor sale policy in the national capital, and the LG VK Saxena had ordered the CBI probe last year, and since then the Delhi government reverted to the old liquor policy. Let's just listen in to what Manish Sisodia told NDTV earlier this morning about the summons, as well as let's just listen in to what he said on asking for more time to go in for this questioning, as he had the Delhi budget to prepare.
इसके बाद फरवरी के एंड के बाद में वो कभी भी मुझे बुलाएंगे तो मुझे खुशी होगी और उनके सारे सवालों के जवाब मैं दूंगा। मुझे सीबीआई की तरफ से कल नोटिस मिला था कि आज वो मुझे एक्साइज पॉलिसी पूछताछ के लिए बुलाना चाहते हैं। मैंने उनसे अनुरोध किया है कि दिल्ली का फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर होने के नाते इस वक्त बजट को फाइनलाइज करने में जुटा हुआ हूँ और मुझे
सीबीआई का ये कहना है कि आपने कल कंफर्म किया कि आज आप जाएंगे और 10:30 बजे पहुंच जाएंगे, आज आप नहीं जा रहे हैं।
नहीं, मुझे कल सैटरडे सुबह दोपहर को सीबीआई का नोटिस मिला था कि आप संडे को आ जाओ, और मैंने अभी सारा अपना देखा कि अगले पूरे हफ्ते दिन रात एक करके अभी बजट का काम चल रहा है, और फरवरी का लास्ट वीक है अब हमारे पास में बजट को फाइनल करके सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट को भेजना है। उसके बाद में फिर जब वहाँ से सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट से मंजूर होकर आएगा तो विधानसभा में भेजना है। तो ऐसे में एक एक दिन इम्पॉर्टेंट है कि दिल्ली के बजट का काम डिले ना हो। तो इसलिए मैंने उनसे रिक्वेस्ट किया है। मैं सवालों से नहीं भागता, मैं जवाब से नहीं देता भाग रहा हूँ। मैं सिर्फ ये कह रहा हूँ कि अभी बजट का काम डिलेल हो जाएगा, बजट का काम हो जाए, मेरा बजट का तैयार हो जाएगा। अब मैं वित्त मंत्री के रूप में इतने लंबे समय से काम कर रहा हूँ, बजट फाइनल हुआ है, तो उस बजट को फाइनल स्टेज पे जब पहुँच गया है, उस वक्त अचानक आप मुझे यहाँ से हटा रहे हैं, मुझे बुला रहे हैं। तो ऐसे में एक एक दिन मेरा इंपॉर्टेंट है, क्रूशियल है दिल्ली के लोगों के लिए बजट बनाने में। तो मेरा उनसे इतना ही रिक्वेस्ट है कि अभी आप बस बजट बनाने दीजिए। हम सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट को अप्रूवल के लिए बजट भेज देंगे फरवरी के एंड में, वो हमें भेजना है। उसके बाद में आप कभी बुला लीजिए, मैं जवाब दूंगा आपके सारे सवालों।
ये बात ठीक है आपकी, क्योंकि ये बजट बनाने का समय है और मार्च में दिल्ली का बजट आता है। लेकिन केवल अगर आज आप चले जाते तो सुबह जाके शाम को आ जाते और केवल तो आज की पूछताछ थी, तो क्या आपको ये डर था कि आज आप जाएंगे और सीबीआई गिरफ्तार कर लेगी, इसलिए आप समय मांग रहे हैं?
देखिए, सीबीआई की ये सारी कार्रवाई बीजेपी के कहने पे होती है, और बीजेपी के इशारे पे मुझे किसी न किसी तरीके से गिरफ्तार करने की ही सारी तैयारी, सारी साजिशें, सारे झूठ बीजेपी बोल रही है, इसीलिए बोल रही है। अब आप इनके देखिए कि फ्राइडे को सुप्रीम कोर्ट का ऑर्डर आता है कि एमसीडी में आम आदमी पार्टी का मेयर कैसे बनेगा। भारतीय जनता पार्टी बुरी तरह से हारती है, अपनी सारी साजिशों में हारती है। शुक्रवार शाम को बीजेपी हारती है सुप्रीम कोर्ट में, सैटरडे शाम को मेरे को नोटिस देती है कि संडे सुबह हाजिर हो जाओ। बीजेपी का ही नोटिस है ना ये। तो उसके बाद में मुझे पूरी तरह से ये था कि अब ये पूरे बदला लेने के लिए मुझे गिरफ्तार करेंगे ही करेंगे। अच्छा। अब अगर इनको मुझे गिरफ्तार ही करना है, बीजेपी को अगर बदला लेने के लिए गिरफ्तार करना है तो कर लें मुझे, लेकिन दिल्ली के लोगों की कीमत पे नहीं, दिल्ली के लोगों का बजट रोक के नहीं, दिल्ली के लोगों के बजट की प्रोसेस रोक के नहीं। क्योंकि अगर दिल्ली के लोगों का बजट प्रोसेस डिरेल होता है तो अगले एक साल का पूरा कार्यक्रम गड़बड़ा जाएगा। अब लास्ट मोमेंट है बजट तैयार करने का, सारी तैयारी हो चुकी है, फाइनल स्टेज पे है। ऐसे में अगर आप वित्त मंत्री को गिरफ्तार करके जेल में डालना चाहते हो क्योंकि आपको बदला लेना है बीजेपी को, तो फिर ये तो गलत है। बीजेपी के लोगों को बदला लेना है, उसकी कीमत पे दिल्ली के लोगों को सफर नहीं करने दूंगा मैं। इसीलिए मैंने रिक्वेस्ट किया है सीबीआई से, और मुझे पूरी उम्मीद है कि सीबीआई के ऑफिसर सुनेंगे। बीजेपी की अपनी राजनीति हो सकती है, लेकिन प्रोसेस है सीबीआई के ऑफिसर्स की, वो सुनेंगे इस बात की।
आखिर सवाल, बीजेपी के इन सवालों का या आरोपों का किस तरह से आप जवाब दे रहे हैं? वो ये कह रहे हैं कि अगर लिकर मामले में घोटाला नहीं हुआ है।
All right, let's go across now to Ankit for more. Ankit, so relief there for Manish Sisodia, his request accepted by the CBI, and we're waiting to find out what the date of the fresh summons will be.
That's right, and at least for today, Mr Sisodia would not have to appear before the CBI. Once the new date is issued, then of course he will have to come. But now two options for him. A, of course, tomorrow he can move for his anticipatory bail as far as this matter is concerned. And apart from that, the Aam Aadmi Party would also want to see how the optics would look like, the pros and cons as far as moving that anticipatory bail is concerned, because if that is rejected, it would not look very good as far as Mr Sisodia is concerned. So all those things are on the table as far as the Aam Aadmi Party is concerned. But this has now once again opened a fresh flashpoint, to say the least, between the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party. Remember, on 22nd, there is the important elections of the mayor in Delhi, then that too after the clearance from the Supreme Court. So that is one flashpoint that is expected. And then, of course, the budget of Delhi, which has to be completed and sent to the centre for its approval before the 28th of Feb. So these are two important things which are coming up in the next week. Whether the CBI gives him reprieve of 1 week, less than that we will have to wait and see. But by all accounts, if he's called again, most likely he will have to come, because if he again asks a request for more time, that possibly could go against Mr Sisodia. Now, as far as Manish Sisodia is concerned, the Aam Aadmi Party believes that the CBI wants to arrest him, and that in turn will cripple the functioning of the government of Delhi. Sisodia handles 19 of portfolios and is also handling portfolios of jailed minister of the Aam Aadmi Party, Satyendra Jain. So key important portfolios are with Mr Sisodia. If he is also put behind bars, like Satyendra Jain and of course Vijay Nair, that will have a crippling effect not only on the morale of the Aam Aadmi Party but also on the functioning of the government of Delhi.